Hi guys, welcome back on this is Yasmin and Breeze. This is my channel. Welcome back. If you're new viewer, watch, subscriber, welcome. If you're returning viewer, watch, subscriber, welcome back. Hi guys, I am back today with a new video. Today's video is a story time. I wanted to wait until I was like in the proper mindset of this, and so I still might not finish this today. I might just film a little bit of it and then do the rest of it later, because I feel like the last, so y'all know a little bit about like what's been going on with me, like everything that's been going on, and all the things, the revelations, and like the spiritual walk I've been on, and my closeness with God, and me talking to Him and stuff like that. Y'all know a little bit about what's going on, but I think to understand a lot of what I've been feeling, I need to go back. And what I haven't stated is that, let's just go back to like the very first time I spoke out loud that this was something I wanted to do. YouTube was something I wanted to do. It was a goal of mine. And this was maybe the first time I actually said it out loud to anybody. So, this is important to like videos that I'm going to do later on down the line about my testimony, because this is partially part of my testimony. Like it's not the most important part, but I think it's like where it began, where everything kind of took place for me. So let's go back to when I was in GD classes, and I want to say this is maybe a few years before I finished with those classes. I will say this like started a lot of like and things that I would continue on, like goal setting. My program biggest thing was at the end of every year is setting goals, intentional goals for yourself. When it came to school, when it came to life plans, you know, what do you see yourself at in these next few months, these next few weeks? What goals do you want to have reached by this next month, or these next 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months? What do you want to be at? And so I had, one of my biggest goals in that class was to get the first test done by my birthday. And so I think they gave us like a little questionnaire sheet. It said, what's one goal you want to see yourself complete this year? What's something you see yourself doing? I forget how the question goes. And so we write it down with them, and they asked us to share, like, you know, some of what we had on there. At this time, I want to say that I was like heavily into YouTube. I was heavily into watching like people like Superwoman, Latoya Forever. You know, I was watching them heavily. I had just started watching. I think I had not too long ago just found both Vintage and had Paris. So I was really into them. So I was really into like this era. I loved it. I was living for it. It was like the best time for me, for real. I had never, like, I knew for a long time that this was something I was supposed to be doing, or something I felt I want to do. Sorry guys, that was serious. I knew this was something I felt like I needed to do or wanted to do. I felt like I was being called to it for a long time. I just didn't know how. So I cut to, we're in class, and we're talking, and they asked us to share some of these things that we wrote down. And so I think up until this point, like I said, I had never said it out loud, and I had made plans to myself about when I would do it. So I think the question was like, what's something you want to do after you get your GED? And most people put go to school, but I had always stated that going to school right after graduating was just not something I was into. I felt like I had put so much time into school, and school just wasn't always the best for me. Have something I wanted to do. And so I decided to share, and I told them, I said, well, one of my goals is, you know, just to have at least one test done by this time. By my birthday, by December, I want to have one test done. That'll be like a gift, a birthday present to myself. And it'd be nice to have that done, at least one under my belt. And it's okay, that's a good idea. And I think at that point when I said that out loud, I had already taken multiple tests and failed. So like I needed this, like, to prove to myself that I could do this. And I shared one more, and I said another goal or something that I like to do, something that I like to do after this. Not school, but I would like to start a YouTube channel. And at that, I'm guessing at that time, like, not a lot of people were watching it. At least not in this class. Not a lot of people were watching it or paying attention to stuff like that. And so I said it, and they said, "Well, what's that? What's that?" I said, "You don't know what YouTube is?" I said, "Well, it's this lady named Superwoman, and I love her. She do comedy, sketches, and stuff like that. And I love her, absolutely love her channel. And she does stuff like this. Like, she gets on YouTube. She get on YouTube. She tells jokes and stuff like that. And I like her. I like what she does. And I wouldn't mind doing stuff like that with my own spin." And so everybody kind of looked at me like I was crazy. I think even the guy in the classroom laughed at me a little bit. Like I said, this was the first time I was saying this out loud, so to get that reaction kind of made me kind of like withdraw and decide that no, this probably wasn't the time to share that. But I don't know, later on it would play a major part in like decisions. Like when I graduated, like the call got so much stronger. Like it was crazy how God was pulling me this way. Like he was like literally like yanking me like this way, this way, this way. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You gotta do it. It's time. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this right here for right now. I am gonna come back later and finish the rest of the story. My camera is about to die. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think, what you want to hear, what you want to see. And I will do my very, very best to make it for you. And I will see you next one. Bye.
Ambrescorner, the evolution of me.